Happy New Year, everybody. It is Umitencho back for the year 2022. I had an okay, holiday season. I had some money sent my way so I can purchase gifts and whatnot. And I had someone steal, like literally less than 5 minutes. I had my money taken out of my pocket. And then on top of that, because I went to the board to report, stole, lost money or whatever, and people already shown where they had, found someone else's money and turned it in. So it ain't like, oh, I'm just a shot in the dark necessarily. I had someone, and I'm not lying to you. I'm not gonna say the last name because I don't want them doxxed. I had someone literally named first name nearly, literally named Karen, email me, basically insulting me. So I was just like, can you not be the meme? Can you not like be the stereotype? Like, come on now. So I haven't replied to that person, but come on now. That's not come with that energy. Like, it's a new year. That's not come with that energy. So no, I didn't get my money back. So it is what it is. I was able to come up with some alternative gifts. I think I spent. No, I don't even talk about how much I spent. But that's not the point. Anyway, but no, it is what it is. Um, I am in the process of still trying to get the scanner and printer. So I'm delaying deploying the whole paid commissions things right now. I will be getting it this month, I think, maybe. At this point, it didn't make sense to be holding a big old scanner and printer on the Greyhound bus, and them things have weight limits and all that stuff. I ain't trying for all that, even though I didn't take that much stuff as much as I usually do on my little holiday vacations. So it didn't make no sense. Like, just send me the money for it, and I go pick it up and get it home my own way, in that own little way. So I am free of the Majin Buu stuff at last, though, as you can see here by the subject titles. Meowth, J-Clone, Persian, and Ajest that I have been putting off for so long. I'm glad I did it. I could just get an update on that type of style of drawing. I would probably say, when the first time I encountered it, I would probably say a less detailed version be when I did a comic from a comic Could Kill. It's like a similar art style with the big eyes and all that stuff. I would say this Korean manga art, or manhwa, I guess what they're called. Excuse my pronunciation. They can be very, very involved. Like, if you want to learn an art style that's very involved in the lines, start practicing on some Korean manga characters. You're gonna, you're definitely gonna get plenty of practice. There's a lot of parts to it. This is obviously be an American or Western type style with Jake Long here. I know it's weird when it comes to Western with Western animation. I should put a distinction between that and comics, because the comics and some of the American comics can be woo. Especially the woman, what was a Catwoman? That one was definitely involved. But anyway, when it comes to American animation and whatnot, I find it very simple. But then again, any animation would probably be very simple because you got a lot of stills to produce. Even though a lot of it, some is computer generated these days. It's a lot to involve, and so trying to get high detail, it can be costly and time consuming. Very costly and time consuming. I'm happy how the body of this Persian turned out. I was just like looking at the face. Let me see. I have the drawing here itself, obviously, since I'm the one that made it. Maybe a bit too big. A little bit too big, in my opinion. But I like how the body turned out on this one. I think for among the 4 that I produced, it's between Jake Long and Ajest for my art piece of the week. I don't know. I'm debating. I really, came into liking the Ajest one when I reviewed the footage. And one thing I hate about just using this phone is that a lot of my shading detail doesn't come through. I can't wait till I can finally get the scanner, Cause I'm literally gonna go through and rescan everything because so much shading is not pulling through, and it's like I'm not even shading it, even though you see the actions. Like I'm just doing the motion when I am shading this stuff. So I just like how the body turned out on this Persian. The whiskers can be better, but I wasn't like I was just like I'm just not gonna knock myself off for these whiskers. For this cat whisker. Nope. Nope. I like how the ears turned out too. So I would say the whiskers is a weaker point. I want to say for this one, the body is a stronger point for this one. To contrast it with the 9-tails that I did, where I don't know. I think I handled the 9-tails body pretty well. I think one thing I had to get over was the whole fear of just letting the drawing go off the page. It's just like if it goes off, it goes off. You know, just make a note the next time. Either start all over or make a note the next time. So do smaller proportions or whatever. Smaller proportions, or this is another reason why people do digital art. You got the paper for big as as long and wide and short as you need it to be. You're not really confined by that sort of physical space when it comes to a digital screen. Zoom in and out, make it big as you want. I am glad with the progress on this particular style. Like I said, it's a lot of just getting the base image in is a lot of work. Now, obviously, I went ahead and started shading. I think just to sort of make it a lot more easier to handle and whatnot. Excuse me. But I'm happy how this one turned out. I was very fearful because I look at the Akame one and I'm just like, ooh, big eyes and all this other stuff. But I'm happy. I decided that for the clothing itself, which was like grayish, just to not color it in, just to leave it white. I don't think I colored in her skin. I may be wrong. I know I shaded. Obviously, you can see I shaded in her nose and her lips. Also, another thing I'm glad I'm not fighting over. Usually, when I start this journey, when it comes to faces, I used to fight over the lips, just trying to get the lips right. I know I erased it once, but it's nowhere near what I used to have. Amount of focus I needed to put into it. That I need to get the effect. Doing this, I may jump back into some Yu-Gi-Oh characters. I know I got like the next 2 settings done. I don't think there's any Yu-Gi-Oh characters. But yeah. Thank you everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. Goodbye.